Hey, Maxine here from The Future is Greater. And today I'd like to talk about the quite serious topic of how do you handle microaggressions or situations where people just don't treat you fairly. It happens so often to so many of us. And in fact, something happened over the holidays that made me think, you know what, it's worth revisiting this because it happens so frequently, and how we react or we respond really determines whether or not we have a greater future or not. So I was at a carol service over the festive season. Nearly 1,000 people in the audience. My husband and my daughter were singing, and they were brilliant. All the musicians, the choir were phenomenal. So as you can imagine, extremely proud mother, wife, I was taking pictures excitedly, like dozens of other people around me were. And about 20 minutes into the event, somebody nudges me quite painfully from the back and then goes on to really, in an angry tone, tell me for about close to a minute how inconsiderate and rude I was being by taking pictures of my family, and how dare I not consider her and da 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 da. And she ended with, "Is that okay? Can you just stop?" And literally, I felt a physical pain go through my body at just how insulting she was being, the shock and the audacity of what I was hearing, that I just really wanted to turn around and just give her a piece of my mind and shut her up, quite frankly. And I remember, thankfully, I had a moment. I literally took a deep breath and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to take offense and give this individual a piece of my mind, because quite frankly, I need every piece of my mind for what I'm called to do. So instead of taking offense, here's what I'm going to take instead. 3 things. And I hope they'll be helpful for you too if you face such situations. First of all, I took the high ground. In situations like this where people are rude, you suffer microaggression or they're racist or whatever, there's no point taking offense and sinking down to their level and trying to fight with them, give them a piece of your mind, because that is a situation that they'll always know how to twist and win. So I just took the high ground and decided, you know what? This is nothing to do with me. So I'm not even going to respond. We're not even on the same level, mindset, mentally. So first of all, take the high ground. Don't sink to their level when you're dealing with this. Secondly, for me, I took pity on this individual because, quite frankly, even though she was incredibly rude to me, I just wondered, wow, how dark must you be on the inside? How sad must your life be that you find it annoying that people would be happily taking pictures at an event that's a happy event where most people are taking pictures? You must be in quite a horrible place internally. I'd hate to be in that place. So I took pity on her. And finally, the third thing I took, instead of taking offense, was great pleasure in continuing to take my pictures, take my videos, and enjoy my night. Just because somebody comes into your space and is rude, unfair, or whatever, it doesn't have to disrupt your day. This is more about them than it is about you. So you don't need to take on that energy. You don't need to take on that negativity. I turned around. When she said, "Oh, is that okay?" I simply said, "Not really. It's not okay." I turned around and I continued taking my pictures. I continued having a phenomenal night, and I moved on with the evening. So I want to encourage you, in situations like this, where you're not in danger. If you're in danger, that's a different thing. Obviously handle that in the way it makes sense. But in situations like this, where it's an invitation to just take offense and then argue and then fight and ruin your night, don't. Take the high ground, take pity. You've got to be a dark individual to treat another person unfairly like that. And take great pleasure in continuing to do what you're there to do. Hope this helps.